Chris. Go ahead and take this one, holding your right hand. So first thing I'll say is just how to hold it. You want to have it about a third of the way up, and you want a really, not like a tense grip, but like a very strong grip with your thumb on the side and your index finger wrapped around. You don't want a lot of pressure with these three fingers because there's a certain technique I'm going to teach later that kind of depends on it. But in general, you also don't want to have that much tension in these ones. So pretty loose, but still on this thing, on the stick. Now, let me go ahead and take this one. The same thing happens in the left hand, so you mirror the two with the thumb on the side, index around, and then three wrapped. So next up is your stand height and your body position. You want to have a pretty good posture while you're standing there, so you can go ahead. And you want to have the stand and the snare about, I'd say, like a little above waistline, where it's comfortable to hold it there. Was it already set for you?
Kind of.
Nice. Wow. Okay. Cool. So when you're getting ready to play, you want to make sure that you have some good pit space, not too far out like this, but not too, tucked in like this. And while you're hitting the head of the snare drum, you want to make sure that that your hands are parallel to the floor. You don't want to, be like that video game stuff with the thing, yeah. So I'm gonna be hitting it from there. Okay. So when you're hitting the snare drum, you want to either aim a little in the middle or a little bit towards the top. Just make sure that you're not smacking the stand or hitting any of the bottom spaces. Yeah. So go ahead and try and give it a few whacks on your own. Yeah, you're getting it. Now, when you hit it, you want to feel it naturally bounce back. You know that one thermodynamic law where everything that happens has a reaction to it?
Sure.
Right. So when you hit it, it's going to naturally want to bounce back up. It's not something that you want to control, really. It's just something you want to naturally let happen. So go ahead and try alternating your right and left. Yeah. Yeah, you want to make sure you're still having those fingers not too firm, but definitely on the stick. Yeah. Yeah, nice. So what I have to teach you now are a couple of rudiments. So this one is called a paradiddle. Do you mind if I steal the sticks back? Thank you. So the way this one works is you strike with usually your right hand, but it doesn't matter which one. You strike with one hand, and with the other, back to the one you started with, except you hit it twice. So it'll go paradiddle, paradiddle. Wanna try that?
Sure.
1, 2, paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. Yeah, pretty good. You're keeping them nice and parallel. That was nice. I like it. Next one is the flam. Mind if I take the sticks back? Thank you. So a flam is described as, it's kind of like a grace note into a quarter note. Basically, you have a very little action preceding a big come down from one of your hands. So to watch here be. And again, you don't want like
Too much separate.
yeah, you want them to be very close together, like it is like a little grace note. We'll try that. It's pretty good. Try to remember to just let the stick rebound naturally. You seem a little tense, just in the arms. Yeah. nice, yeah. All right, there's one more, and that is the multiple bounce roll or the buzz roll. Yeah. I'll take these back. Well, remember earlier how I was talking about you don't want too much tension in these ones? Your thumb and your index finger act as kind of like a fulcrum for your sticks. And what the buzz roll does is when you hit it, and you just have that pressure around that fulcrum, it creates this natural bounce back. And as you get a little faster with it, and you remember to keep these gripped on, naturally what it'll do is it'll serve as kind of like a counterbalance. So when you hit it and it rebounds, it creates, a lot of little hits.
Mm.
So instead of this, you kind of let it go. You want to try it with this one on your right hand? Yeah. Yeah. Try it with your left hand. Personally, it was harder for my left hand just because I'm right-handed, but yeah, you're getting the hang of it. Just remember to keep your fingers on because you don't want sticks flying. You want to try it?
Just go back and forth.
Yep. Let's start a little slower, so like. Yeah. Still can't do it. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Chris.